Hello, good morning. Saturday night. This is really one of the big time, big day you guys been waiting for because it's politics. I've seen a lot of you sign up for it. I'm looking at New York. I gotta say hello to all my New Yorkers. Look how many of you, 53 of you is signing up. New Jersey, I have 17. Florida, oh Lord, have mercy. Florida, we have 43. Uh, Haiti, we have 5. My Lord, look at Galen. How are you, Galen? Very good. So you guys can see me clearly. And also France, I have 8. England, my God, who are these good people? Guys, you don't know how I really appreciate the fact that all of you sign in and I can really interact with you. And Coffee with Q is a group of professionals that we put our heads together to help business people like yourself. And we can talk about any subject, any situation that you face. We can talk about it as well. But today I am in a grand Marriott in Orlando, Florida. I am in Orlando broadcasting for you guys, and I'm using a very, very fast access here. It's supposed to be one of the best, right? And then I will tell you guys, I am impressed by all of you that sign in. Yeah, I would say hello to Will Neek. I know. She won't. She gotta stop. She just raising her hands to say hello to her. And Will Neek is my little sister. Basically, she's always supporting everything that I do. And I've seen a lot of other people too that I need to tell you guys thank you for that. But today's subject is extremely important, and I'm Mr. Q with Coffee with Q. And like I was telling you earlier, is that it's a bunch of us that put our heads together to help you achieve your goal and achieve your success. It depends on what you want to accomplish because people, it's not necessarily money, but some people, it's more like a legacy. And some people already made a lot of money, but they try to stay connected with what's going on. And it's a different subject altogether, different beast, I will say, because we don't have the same goal. But the goal here, that our destination is one thing, is to make sure whatever we are touching or trying to do something, you need to make sure that it's become a success. And you have to be patient. I always say that on every broadcast that I put out together for you guys. You have to be very patient. And all of you that who made the videos to post on Coffee with Q. I was very impressed by that for you, the way you express yourselves, and I'm very impressed by that. And thank you for all that. And remember, Coffee with Q is sponsored by shoponq.com. Shoponq.com is a group of electronic engineers that really trying to get you the best product that you're looking for. And I've seen a lot of good people supporting it, and I'm very, very excited about that because we launched this show about 3.5 weeks ago, and then today, look at us, huh? We are doing extremely well. We have 27,000 of you that opt into our system for just for the show. And then I see today we have a little bit over 307 that's are listening right now and watching as we speak. And I really thank you for that. But let's go back to business here. Shop on Q, by the way, if you go to shoponq.com, you will see exactly what they do. And in terms of protecting your cell phones and your iPads and protecting any electronic devices that you have at the house, they have everything for you. So, in other words, if you go in there, and also they have something that I like, they have a 10% discount as soon as you get in there. And if you don't have it, just email contact at q1tech.com, I think, contact at q1tech.com. And you can definitely tell them that you want your coupon because you heard it from Coffee with Q. But remember, they sponsored us, and then they paying the bills. Of course, we really appreciate that. Um, this company, I'm telling you, they are really doing well. And then me, as an engineer myself, I think that it's really, really a good idea to now you see the iPhone 7 is coming out. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I've seen the presentation by the CEO of Apple. Oh Lord, I'm very impressed and very excited by that because Apple, the iPhone 7, remember it's supposed to be waterproof and also there is no microphone in there, and there will be there are some discussion about it, but it's coming out. You guys need to take advantage of that. But so much of that, I wanted to make sure that I tell you what's going on with Shop on Q because they are sponsoring us to do this live streaming broadcast for you, and it's amazing. And I've seen people just signing. More people are signing up. They're signing in. Okay, great. I like that. That's pretty good. And also, we have a very good topic this morning that you guys will definitely enjoy. But we remember, I am not left or right. I am a professional, an engineer that is trying to tell you guys those two uh, political figures that we're going to discuss today. I am not a Hillary Clinton fan and I'm not a Donald Trump fan, okay? I am just the guy who bring you the information fair and balanced to make sure that you understand how it works. And we're going to go down to it step by step, and you guys can focus and understand how important it is for you to engage, okay, for you to engage um, yourself into what's going on. Because the bottom line is that you have to go vote. It's November 8th. You have to go vote. It doesn't matter who you are voting for. It's important you don't sit at the house and say, well, those two people. No, go vote because your vote is important. That's what I think. And that's what I believe if you believe in voting. And if you don't believe in voting, listen, just sit back and watch good TV, good debates, and then also watch us, tell your friends about us. And then I see a lot of people who sign with us. There most of you guys, you are telling your friends about Coffee with Q, which is you see that people with the stock market, we talk about the stock market, and then you guys were I mean, I've seen so many people send email. I never seen anything like this. We were focusing on Forex options, and we focused on the actual stock. And of course, we did the futures as well. Guys, I am very impressed by that. And then you see a lot of professionals comes on board and telling you guys about the stock market. And that's what's going on right now too. So again, you see a lot of good things coming in. But today's show specially made because we want to give our insight of what's going on in terms of the Donald Trump's and Hillary Clinton situation here, because it's a good thing that you see that people are fighting to get to the number one spot in the United States, which is the White House. It's a big responsibility as well, where people are fighting to get. It's amazing. Me personally, I think it's cool. If you're not really understanding that, it's amazing to me to see people are fighting for a position that the hardest, where you make the decision will affect everybody's lives, and then yet you are here, making a decision for your country. It's amazing, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not left or right. I am just being fair, and then I want to make sure all of you take advantage of that. So this is the idea here. Let's talk about our one of our politicians, Hillary Clinton. Okay, let's see where she came from in terms of uh, who is she? What she represent, and then how long she been in politics. We need to talk about that, and of course in detail. Yeah, we have to do that definitely. But I'm gonna tell you one thing about Hillary. We're gonna go to the pros and the cons of everything. She been in politics for a long time. She have extreme experience in politics. I tell you this right now. Hillary Clinton first rose to elective office in 2001. So even though she was in power with her husband in Arkansas, because remember her husband was governor of Arkansas. You guys know that already. So, but we're gonna touch base on that, and we're gonna do the main subject, and then also, of course, we're gonna answer your questions as well, and step by step, because I know you're gonna have a lot of it. But in 2001, though, she stepped down from an elected position in 2009. Guess what happened? She served as elected official for a total of 8 years, which is 7 years less than the average 2016 presidential candidate. So 15 years. Her experience is 15 years. Guys, this is not a joke. And then her affiliation is Democratic. She's Democrat. She's a Democratic part or Democratic Party, obviously. And her experience is former Secretary of State. You guys know that. And then she's running now for president, in case you didn't know, right? But guess what? So far, she collected, I'm just giving you the exact number that they put out, 458 million 820, oh, actually, 458,826,408 bucks. That's exactly, and then her home state is New York. And guess what? We have two New Yorkers basically running for the office. Okay, two New Yorkers running for the office, guys. Isn't that amazing? Come on, one of them will be the president. That's for sure. And remember, her experience in politics: United States Secretary of State, 2009 to 2013, which is oh Lord, that's a big deal. She sworn in the United States Secretary of State January 21st, 2009, and she was a senator for United States Senate 2001 to 2009. So she candidate United States President 2008. She was trying to beat Obama. That didn't happen, obviously, but that's part of well, oh, you guys know that already because let's be realistic. If she is really she ran before, obviously, she have a lot of very, very super experience there. So she was first lady because President Bill Clinton was her husband, of course, from 1993 to 2001, in case you didn't know. First Lady of Arkansas in 1979, 1981, 1983, 1992. Oh my Lord. You're talking about people in politics. This young lady here, Hillary Clinton, 68. Obviously, people, but we're going to bring facts because people kept saying that she's not healthy. We don't know that for sure. But what we know is that she is 68 years old. Okay. She is not a spring chicken. She's been around for a while. And now, where did she study? You guys don't want to know that? Of course I do. Um, by the way, in case you didn't know, she's an attorney. She's a lawyer. Okay, she Rose Law Firm. That was 1976 to 1992. She also author. She wrote few books as well. I think she wrote a book, if I'm not mistaken. But they just give you that she's an author. Obviously, I'm just putting down exactly what the facts are. I don't want to speculate anything that I'm not sure about because remember, we are Coffee with Q, and then we believe in telling you exactly what's going on and tell you exactly what the deal is. So her former board member, Walmart, obviously she used to be one of the big decision maker for Walmart, and then Walmart is the giant company of the United States, and they held number one position in money making for 27 years until one big company break that cycle, which is Amazon. Amazon came to 109 billion dollars. My gosh, this is amazing. Saying the numbers alone is really like staggering in my mind, and said, "Oh Lord, that's a lot of money." But she was one of the board members, which is to make a decision for Walmart. She was part of that as well, and JD, what we call the education for JD Yale University, 1973. Amazing, right? She have her BA at Wesley College. Wellesley. That's what we should say. Wellesley College. We gotta say it in 1969. So all those good things that she's been doing is amazing. She have a lot of experience. Before we get to nitty gritty of everything, or give you the nuggets that you need to really make your decision. I don't know if my presentation will help you make a decision, but let me tell you what I want you to learn at the end of this process: that you understand both uh, presidential candidates. So between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. If you look at her experience, this ex senator, ex first lady, in a lawyer, in politicians. She's what you call the political establishment, if you were to say. I don't know if it's a good term to use, but she's been around for 30 years. That's a long time, but that means she have great experience. So these are the big pros about her background, her quick, who she is. Actually, you already know that she's also campaigning all over the 50 states, and she's leading very in various states, and also she's also down a little bit too in various states as well. But that's not what this subject is about. But the substance that we want to give you is that is she qualified for the position? That's the number one. One thing I will tell you right now, I don't care what people say, how they say it. Yes, the lady is qualified for the position. Yes, she is. And don't tell me she's not qualified. Okay? Now, that's where you're going to see the true me. She is qualified to become president. But will she be president? None of us can tell. Not because if we watch the poll, either she's leading or not leading and you think she's going to win. That's not really what makes things. It's the 538 electoral college that will make that decision. So you need minimum 270 to win that. And Donald Trump also need 270 to win that. And I will tell you how many so far they show you that she's going to have, how many so far that Donald Trump will have. So guys, this is really important that you know the discussion today is very, very deep. And I know a lot of you are going to be asking me a lot of questions. I'm going to receive a lot of emails. I know that, but as usual, I'm ready for that. But I want to stay in on the center here to make sure that you understand that I am not left or right, but I'm simply focusing on qualifications and then the pros and cons of this election 2016, which is November 8th. The precincts will be open basically at 7 a.m. and until depends on what state you live in, and then until it's over. Okay, so it's a big deal. It's a huge deal. Okay, so now as you can see that she's been in power for a while, for a very long time. It's extremely important. But let's look at the other gentleman that running for the presidency as well, Donald Trump. Okay, Hillary Clinton basically raised a lot more money than him. Okay, Donald Trump affiliation, he's Republican. Obviously, he's proud to be Republican, and he's also a businessman. The only experience he have in politics, he just run for he's running for office. He's not a politician. I want to make sure you understand that. And so far, he raised 139,448,078 dollars. That's how much that he raised so far. He's also from New York. He's live at the Trump Tower, which is belong to him. The Trump Tower, you guys probably know that's what he really well known by. Big Mengul in terms of real estate. Okay, but let's look at his political profile. Donald Trump has never held elective office before. Never. He never done that. His experience. He's a professional a businessman, and also he is also the founder of the Trump, the organization, what you call the Trump organization. It's really big. A lot of different estimation go by Forbes magazine, even some local people. But me, I don't want to go through those, how much the man worth. All we know that he's a billionaire. And then I don't want to put a number on exactly how much because too many people give different numbers about this deal. So we want to focus on what's going on. So professional experience, like I said, is the chairman of the Trump, but now obviously he have 5 children. Compared to Hillary, Hillary have 1, and he been married. This is his 3rd marriage, and Hillary Clinton been married once. So you have to really see the personalities in what's going on. Okay, and then Hillary Clinton only have 1 child, which is one beautiful woman, and but Donald Trump have beautiful children, very well behaved. None of them ever got into trouble. Not even a DUI or not even a ticket. They never see or speeding ticket. They never even see none of that. And he works with them side by side, and also he create big enterprise for them. That's what he does basically. Now, Let's look at when Donald Trump really become, the big deal. His father was a real estate guy. I'm talking about big time real estate developer. He was one of those people that you have to respect. But he was basically focusing on like Queens, Brooklyn, around those areas, but Donald Trump in 1971, he suggested to his dad when he took over, he's going to Manhattan. At that time, 1971 Manhattan was really not really good looking. It was trash all over the place. It was really bad. New York was extremely dirty. So the man went and saw an opportunity. Guess what he did? He went and take his chances and make things happen. That's part of his experience. And then guess what, guys? In 1975, the man is really, really put things together for himself in terms of business. Okay, remember, I'm talking about business. He is a sharp, sharp businessman. There is no question about it. But let me tell you what people like about Donald Trump. He almost lost everything, like everything from down. Him personally, according to the records, remember, according to the record, he never physically went to bankruptcy, but he have three different businesses that went down to bankruptcy because he's using the system that the government put in place for him to survive and recollect every single penny that he had lost. So that's, to me, that is very amazing. That is very impressive. But why did Donald Trump went to school? That's the important piece that a lot of people are asking. Is he qualified to be president? Absolutely, yes. He is qualified to be president. Just like I told you, Hillary qualifies because she's been in power and she's been in the front line for a very long time. But at the same time, yes, Donald Trump is qualified. If you look at his background here, according to the facts reports that they reported on him, even Oprah Winfrey used to interview the guy. Oprah Winfrey used to interview the guy to ask him question about, will you ever run for president? If you look at it, in 1987, she did that. Go back to 1980 when Ronald Reagan became president. They asked him the same question. Would you like to be president? He said the only way he will become president if things are not going well. That's exactly his statement that I'm looking at here, that what people reported on him. That's the only way he will run for president. So imagine from 1980 to 2016, obviously this guy been very patient, but he's not a politician. That's what people say. The people say that he will not become a good president. We don't know that. But what I will say instead, let's focus on the facts again. Let's not speculate on things that not really working. Let's look at his education. His education, where he went to school, can he really run a country like United States of America? 50 states, including of course, if you're looking Puerto Rico, Virgin Island, you go to different countries or different spot that what you call the Commonwealth states or country, if you want to call them that, responsible by the Americans. So obviously, yes, the man is qualified to become president. Oh, well, let's talk about economics. How good is he in economics? According to what everybody says, the man is perfect when it comes to negotiation. He knows how to talk to people to get his way for the country or for his people in the United States. Obviously, Hillary Clinton is doing the same thing. She cares for her country too. And I don't want people to tell me that she doesn't care for her country. And I don't want people to tell me Donald Trump doesn't care for his country. Both of them care for the country because the position that they're running for, if you don't care for your country, you will not ever take that responsibility. It's impossible because the responsibility is huge. Okay? It's big. You don't want to take chances here. So they both care for their countries. Yes, in business, they show you that every deal that he made, but they show you also people who really don't like him are the billionaires like himself. Because he negotiated with them, he always win. He always win his negotiation. Well, according to what they say here, with different magazine, different research, they said that he won between 80 to 92% of his negotiation. To me, that is pretty good. But is it true? I don't know. Okay, that's what people are saying. But according to what reported, to the big publics, to big people, or to people like myself, professionals like myself, and professionals like my, people, my friends, and different engineers that I know, and different doctors, big educators. Obviously, this man, he is really, really good at what he does. But I'm not saying what they are saying here is accurate, or what they are saying is not accurate. I want to make sure we both on the same page. Okay, so he attended Fordham University. Okay, that man. I mean, if you go to where did he get his BS in economics? Wharton School of Finance. Guys, Wharton School of Finance is really, really good. That's the top class, and that's the bottom line. That's where everybody really focus to get in. If you want to do business, you want to get your BS from there, right? You want to be the man there. You want to have whatever it takes. But they are a very solid school, and they both went to very good school. But the difference is one is a lawyer and one is a business guy. Uh, and then which one will you trust? That I will leave that to you. Would you trust a lawyer, or will you trust a businessman or real estate Mongol? Is that what you trust? So we don't know that. So guys, so far I'm telling you, this is important. Now people are shooting at both of them. Okay, Donald Trump, they said he have a temper that's not acceptable to society. Is it really Donald Trump have a temper? Let me give you exactly what I think about that. If you look at Donald Trump on stage with 16 other candidates that's extremely powerful and successful and true politicians, he had to come up with a system to remove them out of the way in order for him to win. Obviously, the way he used his system, the way he tested his market, remember, he's a businessman. He will put things together in a way that no one can understand, no one can keep track of, because he will not tell you what coming the next hour and what he's going to say the next day. See, that's the whole idea. The way he does it, it's amazing, guys. It's unbelievable. You got to give the man a lot of credit for that. Because sitting down with a guy like Marco Rubio, who I've watched since he was senator, the House Speaker of the state of Florida, that kid, that young man is extremely sharp. Only 44 years old. Extremely sharp. You're talking about a guy like John Kasich, who've been balancing budgets with Ronald Reagan when he was young, and then you're looking at a guy like uh, uh, um, what is his name? This is one of my favorite guys too. He's also Spanish too. Uh, what is his name? I will come up with the name. Guys, don't penalize me here, because I am trying to tell you why I think that this guy, we need to really pay attention to his moves and how he get the media to do what he wants them to do, and how he's able to put people in defensive most of the time, and then give him names that those people don't deserve. Okay, Ted Cruz. You have a guys like a Ted Cruz. You're talking about a solid conservative, a solid candidate. Ted Cruz was he's the only one who gave Donald a little challenge. And then when he realized that he couldn't challenge him to the fullest, and I like what he did, he folded. But the only thing that I didn't think that was happening, the thing got personal. I understand when you mention somebody's parents, family, it's really bad. But my opinion is this: it's about survival, just like me. Let me give you my example. I came here and I went to the best school of this country can offer. Okay, I stayed in Cambridge, Massachusetts for 4 years and 3 months. That's the first time I actually see snow in my whole entire life, because I am a Caribbean guy. I'm used to good weather, beautiful water, sit there, relax and enjoy life. Okay, that's what I know. But let me be upfront with you, guys. I am not kidding you. Okay, I've seen a lot of things that could have discouraged me 100%. I remember, as an engineer, remember you taking calculus, you taking the real. I'm not talking about calculus where you're taking quantum physics, where you have to understand how things work. Because being an electronic engineer and being a electric engineer, even though they seems to be pretty close, but one of them is more. difficult because you're talking about a board, solid state board, in the transfer of circuitry, where you have to understand how each circuit's supposed to operate. Static electricity, which is between you designing it step by step, every single wiring in terms of it's not easy. And I'm paying, well, I should say, my folks were paying because I have to, because I did not pay anything. My father, my mother pay for everything. Over almost $400,000 as a foreign student. Because I went to school in the United States as a foreign student. Okay? And guess what? You pay almost three times. If you come from another state, you pay almost double. But I remember that not only I came from another country to come to school in the United States, I also went from another state. So in other words, to go to Cambridge, Massachusetts to be there for that long, guys, it's amazing, okay, to see how people will discourage you. But this is the thing that I know. I see your parents, when you have good parenting, it's good. That's why I give Donald Trump a lot of credit the way he raises children, because this is something you cannot, no money can pay for that. No price, you cannot put price on that. To keep a kids with different mothers together, where they all get along and they all do what they're supposed to do, and they're all billionaires. This is amazing. And you see what they are putting up with. I remember what happened to me. A lot of people said, man, this is not for you. And I used to say, well, the only thing that's not for me may be the language, English, because English is my fourth language. So it's not really maybe, but when it comes to calculus, when it comes to physics, when it comes to, formulations of different circuitries, different design, different board exercise, I don't think anyone can beat me. And guys, I proved it. I proved it among all those big engineers, and I don't care what happened. You have guys like Brixis, who's from Connecticut, extremely sharp. Meet him at Harvard University, sitting there and listen to what the guy is talking about. I met a lot of guys from New York. You're talking about the fast New Yorkers, where they put their heads together and win. And then what went against me also was that I had an accent. Now I'm a little bit better. Believe me, I used to speak like this. Ladies and gentlemen. I remember that. My English was so bad. I couldn't speak it. But French, when I met a French person, or I met someone who speaks Creole, and I met someone who speaks Cajun, I'm able to communicate fluently. But back then, I couldn't do what I'm doing right now because I didn't understand. So, but the good thing is, though, believe it or not, guys, I passed English 870, or you can say today 87%. Okay, I did well. You may not be able to speak the thing, but you can definitely write it down correctly. But guys, let me tell you this, okay? I was able to pay attention to those both candidates. They both have great education, but substance is what we need to focus on, okay? Substance, okay? What is really qualifying Hillary Clinton to be president? Because she understands the system and she was part of the innovation of the system, the creation of the system. You have to agree with that. That alone qualifies her to be president. What really qualified Donald Trump to be president? Simple. He's different, he's unique, and everybody likes something new. If you're a business person, period, you always want to get involved in something new. You want to be in that curve, part of that curve, so that you can capitalize or benefit from what's going on. So, yes, he is qualified to become president. Now, the question is Donald Trump will be a better president than Hillary Clinton? Or will Hillary Clinton be a better president than Donald Trump? That's the question that we need to discuss. But according to substance, basically, okay, because we gotta really be straightforward in what's going on. The reason why the people think that Hillary Clinton will not be a good president, I'm telling you what people are saying, okay? Because they think that she's been in power too long and the country went down very fast, very badly. That's what people are saying, okay? But was she part of the system? Yes, she was. Was she the ultimate decision in executive position? Yes, she was. Yes, she was. And she was there when everything take place, when things are working out, when things are down, when things are up. She was there with her husband when things were down, when things were up. Yeah, they have little issues, and then that's their personal life. Leave that alone. So focus on Hillary. Now, because of that, people feel that she's not fit to be president, among other things, people talking about email. Again, to me, that's not even a substance. Even though it's really making her looking bad, very badly, but that's not the substance of my project here. And the subject I'm discussing with you, that's not even part. Okay. Now, man to man, mano a mano, if you want to call that, okay, if we are really talking about this, yes, she is totally, totally qualified to become president. Okay? But will she be a good president? People think she's not going to be a good president, not because she's a female. People never question her about her gender. What they say is that because she's been in power for so long, she is part of the downfall. But let me tell you one thing that I disagree with that. Okay? Uh, there was a gap. Remember when Bill Clinton left power, okay, with his wife Hillary Clinton, okay, who took over? It was George W. Bush took over, okay. George W. Bush took over. At the time they went to war, the economy went down. We went and spent money doing wars, which is according to what they were saying back then, it was necessary because even Hillary Clinton did support that because she felt that they think they were a weapon of mass destruction. Even Donald Trump himself, he didn't really say, hey, I'm for the war or I'm against the war. What he said on a show, Howard Stern, it was not really an interview because they have regular conversation on the air together on XM radio, if you want to call it that. He said, I guess it's not going to be a bad idea to challenge Iraq. I guess, but he didn't say I am for it or I'm against it. But you can see that he was leaning for it, but because he was not a politician, so he got away with it. But Hillary Clinton actually voted for it because she got persuaded by the other party and she agreed she think it was the right decision to make. That means she's on record that she supported the war, which is everybody, most people were against. That make her look also bad as well. Okay, now the question is why that she was really have a situation with that issue because she felt everybody felt that she was in power for so long she never really fixed anything. But now they go back to Obama, she was a senator and she was Secretary of State because the economy now is going down. Employment really not real. That's what the report are saying, guys. It's not really real because we got to be, like I said, I'm not left or right. I'm going to be right there with you and tell you exactly what I've found and what's going on. Um, they felt that she was really part of the downturn of the economy because this thing is getting worse and worse and worse. So then she's paying the price right now. The other thing that people are really hating on her for is her trustworthiness. So is it worthy? Is it trustworthy? They both have the same issue, but they put on her because of the email issue that she was, according to them, she was lying about it. But again, in her position, I'm not trying to be on her side or out of her side. Believe me, you got so much going on. It's not easy. It's easy to say, yeah, she's bad. You know, she should have, turned everything. Obviously, there are certain action that she did that to me it was not necessary. When she bleached to remove the 33,000 emails, in my opinion, if she really turned those over, regardless what they found, the people will forgive her because all she had to come up and say straightforward and say, look, I had so many people working for me and I have so much thing that I'm doing It's tough for me to keep track of everything. These are the emails that I sent. But other problems that she had also, the way she handled it right now, that's the only way she had to handle it because of what's going on. You have to respect that and expect that because what was going on, ladies and gentlemen, is that she have a foundation that was collecting money and she have herself making speech and presentation for different big corporation, right? And then you have all those emails. She didn't want people to see them because they're personal. So then she got rid of them. That's what make her in a bad situation. If she really loses this election, I'm telling you guys, that is a big part of it as well. So again, now she's campaigning, but remember, you still have 60 more days to go. So what that means is it's still early because 60 days in politics is like 60 years. Believe me, because the last 30 days, I've watched some of my friends win position, Senate seats, governor, become governor the last 30 days of the election where they nail everything down. But again, she's campaigning all over the place and she's trying to get it. But now, you realize that when I'm speaking about both of them, I don't talk about she's a female or she's black or she's white. Do you realize that I just speak straight about what's going on? Because that's exactly what America needs to change. We cannot focus on color anymore because it's holding us back from producing, from even though we have problems, we're not living in denials. But when you're looking forward, just like technology, like me, as a guy who really not only came up with a lot of big design in my whole life, representing big, huge companies, multi-billions and trillion-dollar companies that I go all over the world. I travel 142 countries just to represent different companies into the technology world. You know, from the LED production, actually, I should say from the cathodic way, you know, what we call the cathode ray tube. You guys may not know what I'm talking about. The cathodes, you know, the old back, you know, of the big TVs. You see how, you know, used to project the screen. Now you have all, you had LCD, you had plasma. I was part of all those things. Okay, but the key thing is that when you see people are hating you on those areas, you don't really know what to do. You don't really know how to do it. So what you do instead is focus on finding ways to see how you can take the first spot and fix the problem. I think that's what Hillary Clinton trying to do. Try to fix the problem. But those putting her in a bad position, okay, because of the money that she made so far. They said she made $100 million with her husband, and it's a lot of things that's going on. People are questioning. Now, uh, if she were to win this, will she let the refugee comes in? Will she shoot the refugee out? Will she deporting people? Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the record, remember when you talking about politics, it's a very complex issue. Even though you see the presentation looks very simple, but extremely complicated. If you look at 1995, 94, you look at a statement that her husband made about refugee. He insisted that they go firm on that wall. They have to build the walls. And guess what? She's paying the price right now for that because that never happened, right? And she's paying the price also that her husband was the one who deported more people. But her husband is not running here. It's her, right? But people put them all together because that's how politics works. They put you in one area. So that create a problem for her. But those, again, are part of the process. You cannot just wake up and think you're going to win like that. Who would have thought that Hillary Clinton will have problem with Bernie Sanders to beat Bernie? One guy, 74 years old, almost 75 years old, and then he gave Hillary Clinton a big run for her money. And they found emails that the DNC director, which is the chair lady, was sending emails that causing problems and then Hillary Clinton went through all those things because you talk about the DNC, so she's the leader now for the DNC. And then Schultz in Florida trying to to keep her spot. Obviously, she won the primary, just so you know. But it's everything dumped under back of Hillary, right? But watch this. All those are part of the process because just like Donald Trump is not real, that's what they said, he's not real Republican. That's what they kept saying. But guess what? Now he's the leader of the Republican Party. A lot of people turn their back on him and they're blaming the guy for what? The man is amazing, right? And the man is he raised beautiful children. But when we're in politics, it doesn't matter how amazing you are. They have to shake your heads. And believe me, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, those are two tough people I ever met in politics. I know if you go back to St. George, Washington, coming here to Obama, guys, I never, if you read history carefully like I do, regardless, as an engineer, I have to read history. People say, well, but you don't have to. Of course, as an engineer, you have to read history. If you're a real engineer, you got to read history. The evolutions, the designing. How do you think we put those together? Is by surveying every single thing, if by reading about people, what they're going to do. Like you have Apple. How do we come up with all those gadgets, those electronics that we come to make the best computer for you? Or Microsoft. How do we come with the best system, the binary system for Microsoft, what you call the soul of all computers? That's what Microsoft is. IBM. How do you think we come up with GE? How do you think we come up with all those big things, right? You got big companies all over the world, basically, guys, who's really. But the bottom line is this: as a president, you have to, as a guy who's running for president, you have to have a very tight back, very wide back, and very strong back because people will dump on you every single time. It's up to you to not stay down there, it's to keep coming up from the quicksand. Otherwise, the quicksand will take you, the tornado will take you, boom, you out, and people don't trust you anymore. But this is what makes it hard. So now, when you look at both of these people, I don't like the way that people are saying, oh, they're not supposed to shoot at each other. Yes, they're supposed to. That's what make a good TV, right? But the bottom line is they are very competitive. But the sad news is that if you look at history, and I know you don't want to hear it, and I have to tell you, okay? And I'm not going to predict anything. People always like new things. Because Hillary Clinton been in power for so long, it's very hard for her to really, really clinch that presidency. Because she's been there for so long, people think that it's going to be the same thing again. So people who's supporting her are people who've been around her for a long time. But that's not disqualifying her to be president. But I'm telling you facts. People like that. Let me be upfront with you. When we came up with the idea of the GPS, Global Position Satellite, and we came up with the fast access, what we call now, which is it's controlled by Cat6. It could be gold. The conductor could be gold or silver, but guess what? Or copper. But guess what? The widest, the most widely used conductor is copper. But guess what? You also have gold, which is the number one conductor in the world. But is every Cat6 have conductors, gold conductors? No. But my bottom line is, it's the same thing. Whenever you come up with something new, people want to be part of it. People want to be known by it because Google, you look at those big companies, Facebook, you're looking at eBay, you're looking at Amazon. Imagine you were part of Microsoft, or you're part of Amazon, or part of Google. You were investing at least a couple thousand shares, or maybe even 400-500 shares. Today, that will worth a lot of money. But people, that's why Donald Trump have that upper hands, even though you saw him down in the poll, and people say, well, he got to watch what he said. Guys, let me be upfront with you. If Donald Trump is watching what he said, he will look like a little puppet, like people write for him to say what they want him to say in a manner way. What I think people should say instead, stop cursing. Don't curse. Stop putting people down. Stop that. That's all I will say. But besides that, everything the man is doing, he's right on the money. Okay? Right on the money. The men have to throw spaghettis all over the place to make sure to see what will stick. And once that stick, he worked from there. That's how he got rid of those 16 people that was challenging him. He made it stick. And believe me, he is trying his best to not losing. He wants to win. But will he win? According to what they are saying, he have a a higher chance to win than Hillary Clinton because of one thing only, because this thing is new. This man is not Republican, he's not Democrat, he's not, people call him the Trumpist. No, the man found the right way to get people to talk about what's going on. You got to give him credit for that. uh, um, Hillary Clinton, as a professional, you got to give her credit for how far she come here. This is amazing. These two people are history. They are making history together. You thought Obama made history. Let me tell you this. These two people will make more history than Obama can ever. What make Obama history so unique? Because he's the first half black man to become president. You know, well, you got to give him that, because if he fill out an application, he can put white or black. He cannot put anything else, because his mother was white, his father was black. So, and then you have to understand, he's not 100% black, but he's more accepted in the blacks because his skin color. But you thought Donald Trump made, I mean, Obama made history. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton will make the biggest history ever, because you're talking about those two people whose are different beliefs and different understanding about how to run a country. And let me tell you, who have the most edge to win? The reason why Donald Trump have the most edge to win, not because he's more qualified than Hillary Clinton or Hillary Clinton more qualified than him, because everybody wants to start something new. Everybody wants to be part of the new things. Remember when Apple first came out with that iPhone? Everybody wants to be part of that iPhone because it's new. When Google came out, everybody wants to search Google because it's new. That's what gives Donald Trump the biggest edge ever. Not because he's more educated or he's a more businessman than Hillary. Believe me, they're far away from that. Or he's more qualified, they're far away from that. But now, let me tell you this. If Hillary Clinton were able to clinch the women's, and if Hillary Clinton was able to, that email thing is not on her neck, or she was not a part of that 30 years dynasty, believe me, early November 8th, Hillary Clinton will be your next president. Because of that, it kind of put her in a situation, let's not even worry about what she's saying, or people are worried about her coughing, or worry about she lied, she made. That's not what this is. The reason being, as they wrap her with everybody else, like Obama, Bill Clinton deporting more foreigners than anybody. He did not do the wall like he said in 1993-94. He did not. But guess what, guys? They put her in that. But that's not her battle. She was not the executive person, but she was part of it, but she was not the only decision maker. Guys, we have to see that. It's not fair. The way that they are saying that, it's not fair. The way they're saying that about Donald Trump, have temperament issue, it's not fair either, because he's playing his game according to how he knows he can win. Just like you and I, when we're hungry and we need a job, we do whatever we have to do to get a job. We do whatever we have to do to feed ourselves and our families. That's what this is about, survival here, because they both want the spot so badly. And people say, well, Donald Trump doesn't want to be president. If he wanted to be president, he wouldn't talk like that. That's exactly how he got here. He was talking like crazy. And he talked like he doesn't know what he's doing. Believe me, the man knows what he's doing. Don't let people fool you. Donald Trump knows exactly what he's doing. Hillary Clinton, they said that she's a liar. Believe me, I don't think it's fair. She is not just a liar. She get to the situation where she have no choice to make her turns because it falls on her back. Because she is the leader of the DNC. Everything the DNC did goes on her back. Why Donald Trump is not paying the big price for the previous Republican presidents? Because they don't endorse him. So then that give him a ticket to survival. Because if they wrap Donald Trump with George W. Bush in terms of how the economy went down when he was in power, how much money that was lost, Donald Trump will be in trouble. People think that the RNC didn't support him. It's a bad deal. Guys, it is not a bad deal. It's a good deal for Donald Trump. Because they didn't wrap him just like they wrap Hillary with everything that bad the DNC is doing. If they were to wrap Donald Trump all the things that the RNC was doing, Donald Trump will be in a deep situation. That's why those big guys don't step forward. My good friend Jeb Bush, obviously, we were the one who fight for this guy when I was in college, right? My good friend Ted Kennedy, because as a college a president of student government, I understand when those guys want to vote, they come to the colleges, and believe me, they know how to speak to us to get them their ways. But now I'm older now. I understand politics, what they're doing. But what I want you to focus on is not what going to make them become president, is how they wrap you with things that don't work out for the people. So they said Donald Trump don't like women. Now Donald Trump is fighting and saying, well, I give women the best job. But that's not what he's really saying, guys. What Donald Trump is saying is this. It's not about women. It's not about anybody. It's about our country, to make the country great again. When they said Hillary Clinton is a liar, this is not about lying. It's about where they position her, and it created a problem that she couldn't survive to get out clean because she's been there forever. But they never really understand. Politics has to be that way. Politics has to be not clean. It has to be not truthful. Politics made as a liar. That's how we kill the men who came to rescue us, because of politics. We didn't like what he was doing. He's too nice. He's too sweet. So we have to get rid of him, right? The creator, we kept saying that, oh man, this guy didn't create the earth for will. That's what our opinions are. But when it comes to politics, it's not going to be clean. Don't let people fool you. It's going to be dirty. It's going to be down dirty. It's going to be lying. It's going to be cheating. It's going to be disrespecting. You name it, it's there. That's the dirtiest thing in the world, politics. But now, what I want you to understand is that who has the edge to win the presidency? Is it Hillary or Donald Trump? This is what the conclusion will be. Now, remember, I'm not left, I'm not right. But after the explanation I give you, in terms of forget about her emails, forget about Donald Trump temperament, like he's going to put his finger on that nuclear weapon. That's what people are saying. Forget about that. What you need to remember is that what the 327 million people are thinking about, what the Americans are thinking about, is what do they want? They want something new. What is new here? Hillary Clinton been in power for 30 years, according to what people reported. It got to give her a bad rap. Donald Trump never been in politics. He claimed that he can fix the economy. People want to see what that is. Just like me, if I want to see something new, I want to see if it's going to work. If I was trying something for, even in our statement, we always say, if this thing don't work, you got to leave it alone and do something else or try something else. That's what it is. So that's what gives Donald Trump the edge to win the presidency. So I know you are recording this with me, and it's going to be posted on Coffee with Q. And then after November 8th, this could be a video that everybody will follow, or this could be a video where you guys will find where is this guy's at. We want to shoot him, right? But right now, you cannot shoot me because I am telling you, both of them are qualified, both of them are on point to win the presidency, but the edge is what's giving it. What is the edge? If I'm swimming with you, I win by 1/10 of a second, I'm still the winner. It doesn't matter. But the bottom line is Donald Trump has the edge to win the presidency because it's new. And the man is unpredictable. This guy, he can blow up, he can fix things, but I think he knows what he's doing. Hillary Clinton, people think that she's coughing or she's avoiding questions. I think she knows what she's doing. They say that she bleached email. I think they both know what they are doing. But what gives Donald Trump the edge, ladies and gentlemen, is one thing and one thing only. He's new. He wants to fix it. Since 1980, he said, you know what? The only way I will run for president if things are going out of hand. And that's what gives him the edge. If you follow him from 1980 to 2012, when Mitt Romney clinched the nomination of the RNC for president, which is Obama beat him in 2012 very badly. Okay, but now you have Donald Trump, who's not Republican. People think he registered Republican. He support both of the parties. He pay everybody that needs money so he can get. It's about survival. The man is a businessman. Don't blame him for that. But what you need to understand, now you have the edge to win. Let's see if this man going to win on November 12th. On November 8th. Oh my God, November 8th, 2016. Let's see if that's true. But if either one president, believe it or not, everything they say they're going to do, let me tell you something. They only will do between 20 to 35% of what they say. Besides that, you and I will know the truth after November 8th. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Q for Coffee with Q. What a great show. And again, I really, really appreciate that you listen to me. And then you need to have a wonderful weekend because next week, I cannot wait to talk about next week because we have something good coming. And today I see that you post a lot of questions to me. And then, of course, I couldn't answer all of them. And then I will definitely follow up with all the emails that you are sending to me. But what's important right now, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I know, November 8th will tell us the truth who's going to be the next president. It doesn't matter what I say, what you say, the people will speak on November 8th. But go out there and vote. Doctor, it's time to get out.